Hello everybody, and welcome back to Nancy Drew Midnight in Salem. Let's see if we can finish this in this video.
It's a solid wall. There's something carved into these bricks, but I can't make it out. Really need some light.
What's this?
Looks like an old oil lantern. If only there's a match.
Do you still have your lighter?
What? May, have you ever been in this room before?
Yeah, I was here years ago. Jason. This is where we met after his dad said we couldn't hang out anymore. Until it got blocked off. It's a dead end. There's a wooden panel over there. It wasn't finished. 6 candles, a lantern, those AW symbols.
A lantern.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
You remember all that detail from a room you could barely see?
Is that strange?
Good strange. Very few people are able to remember details like that, especially from so long ago.
I guess I never thought much about it.
A mystery for another time. What was that about a panel?
It made my scars. There's something about it. I couldn't figure it out.
Weird. Do you still have your lighter?
May, do you still have that lighter?
What, you smoke?
Only when I'm on fire.
Of course.
That joke's been used before.
No, you never did tell me where you got this.
I did tell you. I found it.
Did you get this when you got your injury?
Not that hard to work that one out, I guess. I think it was Olivia's. I don't know why I took it. So I wouldn't forget, I guess. Like I could.
Seems like a good reason to hold on to it. And it has a cool design.
I am addicted to animal prints.
We all have our vices.
Let me guess yours. Chocolate milk?
You are feeling better. Maybe I'll tell you mine after we get out of here.
Let's
you
go.
Just get us out of here?
Yes.
Still works. Wonder how long it's been down here. Still works. Should try to light up this cavern as much as possible before I start tinkering with it. Yes! There, that's better. We're not getting out that way. We have to find another way, quickly. The water is still rising.
Eesh.
Got it.
Found wooden
This fits into
feather?
the panel. Abigail Woodley's sign. Should look more closely. Abigail Wood... Can't use that here. I am just the shadow.
I am just the shadow. Sorry, I guess it was reading it for me. The shadow of what is more like the question.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh, I'm
Just
missing.
need the other piece.
There's one more.
Wow, it's beautiful. This must have been made by Abigail. Amazing how intricate she designed this.
So, funny enough, this scene right here was one of the first things we saw of the game, and it's towards the end.
Stuck.
Can't move these in some kind of tool. Wait, the key.
Can't use that here.
Oh.
Huh. Still works. Wonder...
I have a pumpkin still. Don't know why I have a pumpkin. But I do.
What?
You feeling any better, May?
I guess we're having a
No,
question moment.
Not really.
I know what you mean.
Hey, Nancy? Thanks. For... you know.
You do the same for me.
Yeah, sure.
Can I ask you something about your sister?
Right now?
I don't understand. How did you know Tegan was the one who started the fire?
I was about to leave the hideout, okay? I saw her running through the forest.
Was that all you needed to be sure?
I got a quick look at her face. I haven't seen her like that before. When the news hit the day after, it all just made sense.
May, why didn't you say anything?
It's what I do. I protect her. She's the person who looks out for me. This is how I repay the favor.
May, there's a difference between supporting someone and taking the fall for their crimes.
Maybe. Can you just get us out of here?
I can sure try. Now.
Stuck. Stuck. Can't move these by hand. Need some kind of tool. Huh. Huh.
Where is the other piece? I need something.
Abigail Woodley's sign. Should look more closely.
Yes, I know. What am I missing? I don't know what I am looking for.
Huh. Something's different about the note.
Okay, I did look that one up. Trying to find something that can be of use.
We're not getting out that way. We have to...
Yes, I know.
Huh.
I don't have a crowbar. It's saying I need to use a crowbar. Hold on. I'm gonna look this up. Is something messed up? Am I supposed to have a crowbar? Oh, I'm a dum-dum. I am so sorry. I am a dum-dum.
Not as elegant as my lockpicks, but just as handy.
It's not a crowbar. Okay. I am a dum-dum. A and W. What happens if I take this one off?
This doesn't feel right.
I know, but what choice do we have?
No, you don't understand. I know this sounds strange, but the accident. Ever since it happened, I could feel bad things before they happen.
Like premonitions?
Yeah. My scar, it hurts. It hurt right before the tunnel collapsed, and it hurts now. Look, this isn't some ergot hallucination. I'm telling the truth. And I'm telling you that if you tamper with these bricks, we could be in danger, okay? Do you believe me?
Yes, I believe you. I just mean, I don't think it's premonitions. You have this amazing, maybe even photographic memory and a sharp mind. I think you just process warning signs faster than anyone else can.
And the pain?
I don't know. High sensitivity to air pressure, maybe?
I used to think I was cursed.
That I can't believe. but I will be careful with the wall.
Thanks for believing me.
Okay, I'm gonna do a pre-save again. Gonna pre-save again. And I'm gonna see what happens if I...
Here goes nothing. Whew. It's the right one. Got it.
Hold on. I'm gonna load. Apparently I was supposed to do that one. Let's see what happens if I do a wrong one. Is it just the same thing? Okay, it's just the same thing. Okay. I thought it'd be more interesting.
Here goes nothing. Whew. It's the right one.
Okay, grab this.
It fits. It's covered in a thick layer of dust. Should wipe it clean first. Yes.
Okay. What's going on in this puzzle? I'll get this. It's gonna take me some time. Come on, mouse, work with me here. This one needs to be down more. Why is this one even here? No, thank you. I'm gonna back out and then go back in, okay? Try this again. Isn't that right? No, let's go. Isn't that right? Oh my gosh, this is annoying. I think maybe that? Is that it? I just messed with that.
Please be a door. Please be a door.
I'm glad it worked. I don't know how or what I did. I'll try to watch it afterward.
You actually did it. Let's get out of here.
Yes, please. Good puzzles, but they're annoying, but good. Ow. Are we at the end?
Deirdre!
See, boys? You look... dirty.
I'm fine. We need to see the judge. Now.
Yeah, us too. We found
The will. No need to recap. Let's go.
Nancy, are you all right?
Deirdre, can you, Frank, and Joe wait in the hallway? Don't let anyone leave this office.
My pleasure.
Judge, we need to talk.
What is this?
It's urgent.
Yes, it looks like it. Is it a confession?
Maybe.
Judge, we've been here all night. I think it's time we retire.
You're not going anywhere, perp.
Huh.
Excuse me?
Your
Exactly.
Honor, it's become clear to us that Miss Cole has been the perpetrator of numerous crimes here in Salem, including attempted murder.
Murder. Judge, please.
That's a very serious claim, Nancy.
Yeah.
And this is a serious case. People's lives hang in the balance.
This
They
is
do.
very cute and all, but we have to do adult things now. So run along, everyone, before your PB&Js get cold.
I have proof. And it's all related to the Hathorn house, the future of which rests in your hands. So I think you should hear me out before you sign that paper.
All right.
What? You can't be serious. Judge, this is clearly a half-brained attempt to delay what we have determined to be a sound judgment, that the Hathorn house should revert to the state.
We have spent most of this evening going over all possibilities for how to decide the rightful owner of this house. And you've been very adamant that the state should handle it. But if Nancy has any evidence to add, I'm willing to hear her out.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Alicia was responsible for stealing AW evidence from your office.
This should be interesting.
I spoke with your son, Jason. He claims Alicia forced him.
Jason is a grown man. His actions are his own.
Alicia lent Jason her car. Then Jason broke into the evidence room and stole the files. I have proof on CCTV.
So, what it actually sounds like is that Jason took my car, stole the evidence, and somehow I'm to blame?
How
Really?
did he have access to your car?
I gave him the keys. He runs errands for me all the time.
And how did he have access to the evidence room? Only you and the judge had the code.
Exactly.
Look here, on the wall. An access code. I wonder if it's for the evidence room. Probably. Apologies, Judge. But your carelessness is the reason this happened. In all probability, Jason heard that you left the door unlocked, and he just went and opened it.
I doubt that. He barely spends any time with me.
Yep.
I found this in 10 seconds. You left it out for anyone to see. If he didn't know the door was unlocked, how hard would it have been to find your key?
Miss Cole, that's enough. Anything else, Miss Drew?
Yes.
Alicia has been poisoning Lauren Holt's water supply.
Poisoning.
Yes.
That's just too much.
Really?
After interviewing Lauren Holt and experiencing some negative side effects from drinking her water, I discovered that someone had been tainting her water supply with ergot.
Well, that would explain my client's erratic behavior over the past few weeks.
She lost her mother.
Months ago. And that woman wasn't her mother. Give me a break.
How
Wow.
do you know that ergot causes erratic behavior?
You said she was poisoned. Wouldn't that affect anyone's behavior? What exactly are you insinuating?
You know.
You know how ergot affects its victims.
I'm not answering these questions. I happen to be well-versed in biology, all right? But any tidbit of knowledge I have, you'll just try to trap me with it. Use it against me.
I don't need to do that. Because I found, in your office, a map of the Hathorn House's water system.
Yep.
Yes. And did you also find the notice of demolition on my desk when you illegally broke into my office? Are you going to arrest her for breaking and entering?
The door was wide open.
Is what Nancy's saying true?
Of course, I have a map of the Hathorn House's water plans.
So you admit it. You were going to try to demolish Hathorn House.
I was providing my client, Lauren Holt, with that option.
She said she
Yes.
never talked to you.
The land is worth a lot of money, and I was doing my due diligence. Have you done yours?
I brought up the demolition with Lauren. She says you never discussed it. I am certain she will be happy to testify.
Which she must have forgotten. Because of the poisoning you claim she's been affected by.
Come on.
That has to be it.
What about flooding the tunnels under Salem in the past hour? Would you know how to do that, Miss Cole?
I was here, Miss Drew.
Your coat looks pretty soaked. And muddy shoes.
Water is wet, and it's raining outside. Are you satisfied with the ridiculousness of this yet? How much longer are you gonna let this go on?
It all
Shoes
does
are muddy.
seem circumstantial. Is that all you have, Miss Drew?
Nope.
Alicia was behind the theft of the Book of Apologies.
I've never been to Europe, okay?
You
How
sent
did you know
Jason.
it was in Europe?
I heard the judge talking to you about it.
I found plane tickets in Jason's car. He admitted to stealing the Book of Apologies on Alicia Cole's orders.
Orders? How did I order little Jason to do this?
His money
Nancy Drew?
problems.
Jason has financial problems. Right, Judge?
I don't really know. To be honest with you, I know he's always looking for money.
He's in debt. Badly. A fact Alicia uses to her advantage.
Yep.
This is absurd.
Really?
How did he buy a first-class round-trip ticket to Salzburg when the crime occurred?
Because I pay him for doing errands for me. He
Really?
can use his money however he feels fit. He's a big boy now.
I admit, I don't know how we could prove that Alicia...
Call the airline. You can use the plane ticket reference number. Call the airline. They should be able to check the payment. I bet you it was paid by Alicia Cole, credit card. There's no way Jason would have that much cash to buy a first-class ticket.
He obviously stole my credit card.
Obviously.
So, you admit that your card was used to make the purchase.
I didn't say that.
If the card is still active, I doubt that he stole it. The credit card company would have notified you for making a large purchase, and you would have canceled it.
How large is this purchase?
Thousands of dollars, Judge.
Thousands of dollars.
Miss Cole, if this was a court of law and the police were asking for probable cause, I'd be hard-pressed not to allow it. Do you have anything to say?
I told him to get rid of those tickets. You know, Your Honor, your son is a real idiot. Truly, a world-class moron. He couldn't even follow simple instructions. I would have had better luck writing them in crayon. And this? Seriously? This is the kind of stuff I have to deal with? I went to law school. I have 3 degrees. And now I have an arsonist, 2 ghost hunters, a wannabe detective, and her assistant.
Hey, what? No!
Trying to screw up my plans.
All the people you pointed out are the reason you're going down.
No. The reason I am going down is that this stupid little town is stuck in the past. Oh, my great-great-great-great-grandmother was accused as a witch. I want repayment because I'm lazy. She loved me so much that I want this disgusting ruin of a house for free so I can run my luminous vegan tea grocery store. That is what pathetic looks like. A bunch of whining, moaning little people whose worldview is infinitesimally small.
Why, Alicia?
Why? Because I wanted to do something for this town. I care about Salem more than all the Olivias and Tegans and Laurens combined. I care the most. We should have leveled that old house a long time ago and built new houses With all that land, we could have a real community here. We could bring in new business that isn't completely reliant on stupid, scary stuff. I am talking about economic development on a level which Salem has never even seen.
And who would be the owner of these new houses?
Well, after knowing this case inside out, it wouldn't be hard for me to get the land out of the grasp of the state. After all I've done for this community, some recompense is in order.
So, you're saying you poisoned Lauren so you could build and own a housing complex?
Do you realize how much money is in real estate? And give me a break. I was just scaring her. I told you I know about biology. She was never in any real danger.
Alicia, I saw the ergot in the water valve. There is absolutely no way you could control the dosage that Lauren ingested. You could have done irreparable damage.
So what? I live here. I work here. I am a member of this community. This town needs me.
No, it doesn't.
I already have the papers, and I am taking them to the state office. And none of you are going to stop me.
How are you going to do that, huh?
Because you can't prove anything. There's no legal heir to the Hathorn estate. And none of the evidence Detective Girl brought up will stick.
We have the will.
So you admit to all of it?
Yes. Now get out of my way.
And we have the will.
The police are on their way. You can wait here for them to arrive.
This is unbelievable. I only wanted to make Salem.
This is highly disturbing.
Very.
I am shocked. Very shocked at what has occurred here. Miss Cole will be held accountable for her crimes. I will make sure of it. But as much as it pains me to admit, she is right. We do not have a legal heir.
Yes, we do. According to the Book of Apologies and Francis Tuttle's will, Lauren Holt is the legal owner of the Hathorn House estate. The will makes it clear that Lauren is the sole inheritor of the estate, no one else. However, in the best interest of all parties, perhaps there could be a way to erect a memorial for the accused witches. That is something that you, Your Honor, would have to facilitate.
Of course. Okay. Well, what about the Hathorn House?
No one forgave me when I made a mistake. Break the cycle, right?
May had nothing to do with the fire.
You're sure? How do you know?
Because I have a confession from the person who did.
Really?
Tegan Perry is responsible for the fire, but it was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. Tegan went looking for the will and accidentally knocked a candle over inside the house. The fire grew out of control. I questioned her myself. I believe her.
I'm afraid I can't just take your word for it. Will Tegan give us the same testimony?
Yes.
Yes, I believe so.
Well, the house is going to be demolished anyway. And while I wish I could give out punishment for withholding information, I suppose we can keep this at a misdemeanor level. Perhaps a fine, some community service. What a mess.
Yep.
This has been a very tough time for everyone. I think
Definitely.
the damage has been done.
Agreed. But
Judge, did you ever interview May? Get a statement from her? Anything on record?
well, not exactly.
So you just assumed she was guilty of the crime without even speaking with her?
A case needed to be built.
There was no case, because you never needed to make one. You thought she was guilty, and so you treated her accordingly.
Yep.
Miss True, I ask that in this office you treat me with respect.
You deserve as much respect as I'm currently giving you, Judge.
Nancy, maybe we should...
You made this poor girl's life a living nightmare because of something she did when she was young. She was a kid, Your Honor. Her entire life molded and built and destroyed by an event she barely remembers. Can you imagine what that does to someone? Can you imagine what that does to her family? To her friends?
Well, that is a bit unfair.
You know, this town has a history of judges behaving without sound jurisprudence. And I would expect that after 300 years, you would be able to right that wrong.
Perhaps. You have a point. But my concerns are not unfounded. You think Jason is a screw-up now? What would have happened if he had been friends with her?
He is friends with her, Judge.
What? How's that possible? I thought at least I would know.
A judge is supposed to judge people on their actions alone, not the people they call their friends. I just hope you remember that when you sentence Jason, because his crimes aren't imagined. They're real, and they deserve real punishment.
Dang, Nancy went crazy on them. Say goodbye. Goodbye.
I just wanted to say I'm sorry.
For what?
We always promised that a secret was the most important thing in the world, and we would never break it. And I did.
You saved my life. If Nancy hadn't found me, well...
I'm going to be gone.
For sure, it's
For a
called
while.
jail.
I've really screwed up.
Still, I know who you are. There's a good person hidden below this pretty boy exterior.
Come on.
You may go away, but that good part never will.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Yeah. Come on.
Come on.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually happy you came.
Thank you.
Of course. The celebration party is the best part of most cases.
No. Well, yes. Sure. But I meant to say that. I still don't understand why you went out of your way to do any of this. It makes me kind of feel like a jerk for not talking to you when you first came there.
That's fine.
I understand things have been tough for you. Please, don't worry about it. I'm just happy I was able to help.
You were. For sure. I'm going to art school.
Waverly
I
Academy.
mentioned it, but I'm really excited. And nervous. I've never really left Salem before.
And hey, maybe we'll meet again sometime.
Yeah. That wouldn't be the worst, I guess.
That would be fun. Maybe at Waverly Academy?
So, ready to leave yet?
But
No.
I just got here.
Not the house. Salem. You always wrap up your cases in a nice bow to run off for the next one the day after, don't you?
This time, I might actually take that vacation.
Doesn't sound like your style. But if you say so. Look, we had our moments during the past few days. In the end, you cleared May's name. So thanks.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure to help.
Ugh, that attitude just kills me. You did get Tegan off the hook too, though. I hate to admit it, but for a moment, I actually felt happy I called you here. Don't get used to it. I can handle cases on my own. And I've just emptied your praise quota for the coming year.
I know you can. I'll see you around.
You didn't have to.
What? I told the truth. Or at least the truth you told me.
200 hours community service. It's not like I don't do that already, though.
What was that exhibit you were planning?
Which street art?
Who's the artist?
I think you know her.
Do you ever feel...
Remorse for not sticking up for my sister? I will probably be dealing with that for the rest of my life. She doesn't hate me nearly enough for what I put her through. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You're the only reason she doesn't think I'm a complete dirtbag. Lauren deserves that place. She does.
You sound genuine.
Don't be so surprised. She's had a tough life too, you know. I'm not mad at her. I hope that maybe she will see eye to eye with me someday.
You did set fire to her house.
Yeah, there is that. It hasn't all been crime and punishment, though. We had so many great memories.
And one moment of shame.
And I told you. I would tell myself we were all kids, but I was old enough to know better, and I almost did it again. She says she forgives me, but we still have a lot to make up for. We all do. We are all going to help each other now.
I probably... Oops.
Sorry, I would have found it funny if I could go in her bedroom, but I can't.
Nancy, so glad you're here.
Hey.
Of course. I wouldn't miss the party, after all we went through.
Hey, shouldn't you ask her? You know, the thing we talked about.
Oh, yeah, right. So, Nancy, the thing we talked about before? Have you thought about it? Starting a detective agency, I mean.
The Hardys and Drew Detective Agency. Has a nice ring to it, no?
Guys, I don't know.
Oh, sorry, your name can be placed first, of course. If that helps persuade you.
I'm gonna have to think about it.
It was great work.
Let us know what you think about the detective agency.
I think that would be an amazing idea. We could have canes from both of them.
And who do we have here? If it isn't the insightful red-headed witch herself.
I thought you were the only real witch around here.
There's always room for another witch in the coven, Nancy Drew. And I have to say, someone with your magical insights, clairvoyance even, would make a great fit.
I have always wanted to ride on a broom. Would make it easier to get an overview of crime scenes.
But really, thank you for bringing us all together again. It feels like ages since I was able to talk openly with Lauren. It's great to finally have the curse from that night lifted. Thank you.
Hey there. How are you holding up?
I can't believe Alicia would do this. I trusted her, you know? Things would have been really bad if you hadn't exposed her for who she is.
I'm sorry. You couldn't have known. Did the judge have a chance to talk to you about the house? It is yours, of course. But maybe it would be fitting to have a memorial for the accused witches there?
The estate has a lot of ground. And it would be nice to have a memorial to remind us of the injustices that took place here, so that they never happen again. Ever. I'll think about it and talk to the AW organization about what they prefer. It's a good idea.
I'm glad you see it that way.
It's time to say goodbye.
I got it. Ready? Austria. Yeah, I know I was just there, but I didn't really get to enjoy it much. I feel like there's a lot more exploring left to do there. Did you know Schönbrunn Palace has 1,440 rooms? Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can stay there. I'm sure we could find something close
Something
by.
is going to happen.
Yes, I promise. No cases this time. Just the two of us.
I guess not. And that is it for Nancy Drew Midnight in Salem. Toy Box Entertainment. Where did Toy Box Entertainment come from? So Mimpu Games, Mimpu My Games, were the ones that did most of the game direction. Her Interactive didn't seem to really do anything from it. So it seemed like Her Interactive would just had the properties, and Mimpu Me Games decided to go ahead and be like, hey, here you go, do with it what you will. There's still probably a lot more to it, obviously. I did not mind that game. I actually really enjoyed it. See, this is the curse, though, for Nancy Drew for me. I play the game, and I'll finish it in a day. And then I can play it again, obviously. I probably miss achievements and such, but it'll never be the same. And I'm probably going to have to wait another couple years, because it's not like they're going to have another one in a half a year. There's no way. Unless they already started working on another one. But it'll probably be at least a year. And apparently there might be even some legal matters going on with Her Interactive, because they did a giveaway, but the giveaway was people who pre-ordered, and it's illegal to incentivize people to purchase for a giveaway, because everyone has to get something, or at least that's what I read and heard. So there could be legal matters going on with Her Interactive, and apparently it could get to the point where everyone who pre-ordered gets the possibility of a refund. I won't, because I did not purchase this game for that. That did not incentivize me to purchase it. I would have pre-ordered it anyway from Her Interactive, and I would have purchased the physical copy either way from them. I just hope they can continue to make games. Now, do I want them to go back? I would still always want them to go back. I would rather enjoy the older styles. This game had its merits, and it used some of the 3D aspects pretty well, but you're never going to get over that old point and click. I got sick sometimes looking at the camera going in and out of those file cabinets. Brittany Cox, by the way. Okay. No Lonnie Manila though, but she did okay. I don't hate her. I don't hate her at all. It's very upsetting though not to see Lonnie Manila's name attached to this game, because they used Lonnie Manila for multiple voices in the past. I'm hoping there's something after these credits. I'm really hoping. I really hope. And I will wait until the credits are done. Initial interactive game development team. This was a fun game though. There were some annoying puzzles. They were all good puzzles. They were quite annoying though. Doesn't mean I hate them. It was just irritating to work on. There were still a good chunk of puzzles in this game for sure, but it feels like the other ones still kind of had more, to be honest. And again, this is kind of a test. This game, I have to say, I can't hate them for it because it's a test game. It's not easy to do something like this. In the 5 years, yeah, it's a bit much, but I personally think it's worth it. Now also, I'm not upset with the graphics. A lot of people are. They want it to be higher quality for 5 years. I'm not worried about that. They'll improve. Apparently, some of the packs they use in this game were packs that they just bought off of the Unity store or whatever. Yeah, I imagine so. It's not easy to create all their own things. And I'm not hating on them. I'm not hating on people that disagree, but I'm not hating on people who agree. That, you know, with me about this game being good. There are people that do like it. There are people that don't like it. I mean, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of games. Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. What? Oh, because of the Nancy Drew game. I mean, Nancy Drew movie, right? Got it. Maybe for them promoting it, they got more money for the game. Nancy Drew, dare to play. Speech graphics. I did enjoy this game. Not as much as some of the originals, to be fair, but I did enjoy it. What do we got? Give me something. 5 games, and apparently Toy Box, which was never talked about until the end here. Oh my gosh!
Dare to play.
It's the original logo. Oh, it was just the original Nancy Drew logo. What's the name of Tegan's boyfriend? Damien. Correct. What? No, there's nothing? Oh. Okay. Find the literal Easter egg. Answers key. Repair the shredded letter in the Perry house. Complete the tour. I missed one thing. Nancy's beliefs are challenged. Missed something. Read every piece of evidence. Gather alibis from everyone in crime. Missed something. Decipher crime. Flee the ghost of terrors. I missed 2 things. Finished Midnight in Salem. Correctly answer the trivia questions at the end of the game. Master to solve all master puzzles. I'm sad. I mean, the question was still there. I like that they kept that, but there's no next time on. No, not even a title drop. I really do like, though, that they throw in the old logo in there. I was wondering, like, are you gonna give us the next title drop? But I guess this really is just a test. It was kind of see how people reacted, how the game did, to see where they go from. I would not be upset if they backed out. And at this point, after seeing this game, I would not be upset if they continued using Unity. They had to raise the price a little bit, obviously. Just, hopefully it's kind of obvious. You know. But I would show, by the way, I would show the movie trailer for Nancy Drew and the Hidden Staircase, but I already did a movie review on my channel that has it, and I know it's copywritten, so it put a copyright claim on this video, and not like it would do anything, because I don't make money off of YouTube, but I'm still not going to do it. Either way. But I really did enjoy this game. I'll be playing it again in my own spare time, doing a more leisurely approach, exploring everything, probably doing a lot more of the little mini games, because there were a couple mini game stuff. I don't think I got all the pumpkins. I'm pretty sure I missed a couple. I got really focused on the story. But, because I'm also playing this on my secondary computer, so I'm going to play it on my main computer, and get all of the, achievements that don't really matter. I am very curious, though. Hold on. I have to close a lot of things. A lot of tabs open. I wanted to check something. Oop. Well, that didn't work out. Okay. Hold on, I'm checking. I want to see on Steam what Midnight in Salem, if there's any way to tell. Midnight in Salem, $21. Yeesh. No. Mixed reviews, $21. 15 plus hours of gameplay. What are we at now? We're on what? What part are we on? This is a good question. I'd have to say probably part 13. I don't think that's 15 hours plus. I don't think my playthrough was 15 hours plus. I probably missed a couple of things to get all the achievements. And yes, there are actual Steam achievements. That's what I wanted to get. That's what I wanted to see, if there are actual Steam achievements. Nice, so there are, okay. Well, in that case, I may actually purchase it. Oh, geez, nope. Hey, you found out my secret. Oh, no. I was trying to go the entire series without having that happen. But eventually, I think I'm going to purchase this on Steam. I really do. Gosh dang it. Because I would totally buy it for the achievements. I enjoyed it. The other Maestro games don't have achievements because there's no way they could incorporate them in. But with the new Steam thing, yeah, totally. Now the thing is, I don't know if this is going to end up on Big Fish or not. Okay, so I want to read this person's review. I'm very heartbroken, Her Interactive. I have no words. What have you done with the game? I'm seriously feeling cheated, and I want to cry. This was not Nancy Drew. This was horrible. Where are the puzzles? I think that there were, what, 4 to 5 puzzles only that can be solved. Puzzles only that can be solved really quickly. Lots of talking. Most of the game revolved around talking. The graphics are really annoying. I've seen some red lights from time to time. Ghosts coming in my face for no reason. And it looked really stupid in the tunnel. The voice of the tourist sounded really weird. The controls, gosh, don't even get me started. Such annoying controls. Camera, really hard to click to see, to control the dang game. The story, not so good, kind of boring and predictable. Why couldn't you just stick to the original story and gameplay here interactive? So short too, I finished it in a couple hours. No challenge, no complexity, no puzzles, no nothing. Characters following you around to just be in your way when you turn around. Very disappointing, to the point where I want cry and want my money back. It wasn't even so scary. I remember when the Banshee gave me goosebumps and all the other ghosts startled me in the other games. Please guys, don't buy this game or you will cry like I am. Now, Her Interactive, I hope you will right your wrong and stick to the original Institute games in the future, because this was just an abomination. That is hilarious. It was not an abomination. I have a feeling a lot of people are not giving it the credit it deserves. Now, it's not the best game, no, but it does, the screenshots are what the game looks like. Okay? That's what the game looked like to me. You have to have a good computer. Yeah, I understand some other people not being too happy with the new graphics and not being able to handle it with their computer, and that's the biggest issue for me, is if they stuck with the original, everyone could play it. And we'd probably have about 4 more Nancy Drew games. Now it's been about 5 years. It's about 10 Nancy Drew games. About 10, because there's 2 releasing per year, so we'd have about 10 more if they stuck to their original plan. It took them 5 years to create one, when they could have created about 5 to 10 in that time frame. I've heard they had to make cuts too. They probably would not have had this issue if they just stuck with the original. I get what they're doing though. They're trying to be progressive, and they're going to try to get this on consoles. I know they are. It won't be easy because it's still point and click. But I know they're trying. They want to. But anyway, I am going to wrap this up. And I am going to do Master Sleuth at some point as well. I'll probably do that in my own time first, because I played it first. But I do like this ending, though. I am very happy. See, I'm happy with the ending because I was a bit disappointed when I found out it was Tegan was the one who burned down the house. But there was multiple things. There was the judge, there was the sun, there was the book, there was the poisoning of the water causing the ghost hallucinations, there was the fire. There was so much to it. It wasn't just one thing. There were a lot of culprits. The judge, he's at fault for being too forward on blaming. He blamed May immediately without any evidence, and I think that is one of the harshest crimes. Like, he should be punished for that, but he's not, because blaming someone without evidence is like sentencing them to death without reason. And unfortunately, that happens a lot. But I did really enjoy this game. Now, I am a bit heartbroken in the fact that there was no next time on. I know it sounds dumb, but the next time on was something I always look forward to. I remember playing some of the older ones. Mainly, I think Labyrinth of Lies. Actually, no, it was the one before that then. What was the one before that? Ghost of Thornton Hall. I watched the Labyrinth of Lies one so much. That game really struck with me. I like this game a lot more now. I'm not a big witch fan. I'm glad it took a turn away from the whole witch deal. I don't like them. I want them to do a vastly different game than this. I don't want a spooky one next. I want a Christmas Nancy Drew game, to be honest. But I would love them, because he's saying Austria, so they might actually go back to Austria. I think that's kind of a cop-out, because they never really spent time in Austria. They went in Salem, and I guess that Austria is just a little bit of a tease. We're probably going to get the same character at the beginning. It's a way for them to save money. They have a character model probably already in mind. They can reference it. I mean, I'm excited to see if we can get another Waverly Academy game. I mean, they just said May's going to Waverly Academy. Maybe she'd call us and we'd go back to Waverly Academy in a game. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, Deirdre showed up in 2 previous games. The first one being, of course, Alibi and Ashes, and the second one being the Deadly Device, but she was just a phone character. But she was very crucial to the game. You had to use her help in order to complete the game, and then, obviously, in this game. So Deirdre Shannon is definitely a character that is coming back a lot, so I could see May coming back in probably 5 to 10 games. I would not be surprised. I just want to know what is going to happen with Nancy Drew from here on forth. Because there are some things with the company I am not happy with that they are doing, and there are some things that I could care not about. I mean, personally, I don't really care that they did the whole pre-order thing. You get these things. They'd have to give one to everybody, obviously, for it to be legal, but I did not buy the game for that, so it's just kind of back in my mind, because some people probably pre-ordered it for that. And again, I feel that's kind of her interactive saying, hey, you may want to get a newer computer. And I know some people can't afford that, but progression. This is the highest quality Nancy Drew game we've ever had. Yes, I know. Graphics aren't Doom level graphics, or they're not, you know, they're not super high quality. Like, the tree is blurry. Yes, I know. It didn't bother me. And I played this entire game in one day. That's normally what I do. And I had something to do, so I still left and came back, and I played in about half a day. So probably like 6 or 7 hours, but if you take your time, it's probably 15 plus. I can imagine that, but that's a statement that you don't really want to say. And some people, and I'm going to say this, some people are upset at this from the get-go. From the graphics and everything. So when they go in, they're gonna be upset. But they're still gonna give it hope. I gave it hope. And I personally enjoyed it. I think it was worth it. Totally worth it. Now, again, I would not mind if they went back. This could be a one and done, to be honest. A lot of fans would be happy, and they'd probably be making more money, because they're gonna be losing money here. They're gonna be losing a lot of money. But I don't think it's a good idea, because the thing is, if they lose enough money, and like people like Her Interactive, you need to go back to what you were doing, like that one I just read was saying, they could go bankrupt before they could do that. They could, because like they've changed a lot of things. Like I don't even know if they still have their old game software. It's been 5 years. They've been doing a lot since then. They posted 2 more games on their website for people to buy. Yes, I've bought both. I have not streamed either of them or recorded either of them, but I bought both because they're the only new games from Her Interactive, even though they're not Her Interactive based games. They've been very tight on money because the only thing they have are the past games, and if you buy them off of Big Fish or Steam, I know Steam they get some stuff from, but Big Fish, I don't know if they really get that much, because it's only what, $10 on Big Fish? It's pretty cheap for all the games. Even Midnight and even like Labyrinth of Lies and all of those, it's more expensive on their website. And who knows if this is going to show up on Big Fish games or not. I would hope it does, but again, this isn't as low quality as the past ones, and it takes more to run it. I'm using 2 computers, and this was my worry. One of the games that we played, I did a pre-stream one. It was one of the ones from Her Interactive, Odyssey, just Odyssey. And it wasn't running perfectly. I had to turn down the graphics to like low, and I was like, damn, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to record the new Nancy Drew game when it comes out, because I don't think my computer could handle it. My new one can't even handle it. It was lagging. I have a capture card now, thankfully, and I got it to work. But that was one of my issues, is that Unity and Unreal and these engines, they don't go lightly. And a Nancy Drew game, you need to have a decent computer to play it. I have both desktops. There are laptops nowadays, obviously, like the one Her Interactive was putting out, that do work for this kind of thing. But unfortunately, not everyone can afford such things. And unless Her Interactive is willing to pass them out, they need to figure out a better option. That's why I was thinking maybe you do one game a year, and you do 2 versions of the game. The newer version, like this, and then an older version. Yeah, it's only 1 game per year, but then you get both of them, and you get both audiences happy. You could even change the ending in one of them. Change the gameplay up a little bit if you wanted to. I know it's a lot of work, but that would appease both people. Now, to be fair, why not just create 2 separate games in a year? I get that, but like they posted on their website too. They said that this isn't gonna be the way it's gonna be. They're gonna get eventually to the point where they're gonna do 2 a year, but it's still gonna take time. I don't think they're going to be able to even put another one out this. Well, this is the end of the year. It's December. They're probably not going to be able to put another one out until like November at the latest. At the earliest, because that's super far away, but not in the gaming industry unless they've already working on it. They could be about halfway done with the game for all we know. But maybe after this they have to rethink themselves, and they may just go back to their old way and say, yeah, this is enough. This was not worth the change. We wasted about 5 years. Let's just go back and start doing what we were doing. Midnight in Salem will be the only game we have in the new engine. And then we just go back to doing what we were doing, creating the games the way we did, putting out 2 a year, and we'll be fine. Because, again, there were 2 separate companies they had a team with. My Poo Games and Toy Box, which I don't think Toy Box got any sort of credit at all. Except for the end there. You know, Her Interactive and My Poo Me Games is on the box art, but nothing else. No Toy Box. You won't know about Toy Box until you watch the credits, which means they must have not had a big role. I don't even know what their role was. But it took 3 companies to put this game out. 5 years and 3 companies. That's a lot of time spent on a game when you could have had like 10 more out. And more money than you have now. Just saying. But I did enjoy it. There's a lot of factors that are put into it. Oh. That's weird. I have a computer screen that normally puts out a view, but it's like black right now. That's weird. But anyway, I am gonna wrap this up. Overall, I did like this game. Best Nancy Drew game? No. No. I'll still like some of the originals more. I like most of the originals. I don't think I dislike any game. They're all good in their own way, and they're all different in their own way. And this one along the line is definitely different, and if this was the only one like this, or if they do a couple more like this, because the next one's probably already in production, it has to be. If they're like, okay, we're gonna do this one the way we're doing it, but then backtrack, I'd be okay with 2 games being like this, and then them going back. I don't mind this. But a lot of people do. And that's the thing, is I don't know how happy people are gonna be with this. Enjoy thrilling in-game cutscenes is one of the game's key features. It solved multiple crimes, including arson. True. Definitely true. But, and the Hardy Boys were in here. Yeah, I like this. I don't think it deserves all the hate. There are some people that liked it, though. As an avid Nancy Drew fan growing up with both books and games alike, I was excited to hear Her Interactive still making Nancy Drew games. That said, this game was not what I expected. Pros: new, modern, clean looking interface, simplistic and refreshing, interesting story and mystery material. Voice acting was good, though a bit stilted. I agree on that front. New Nancy sounds great, and good old Ned is back. Nancy sounds okay. I was okay with it, but every time I realized, oh, this is Nancy, I'm like, it's not Lonnie Manila. Cons. Some voice acting left a lot to be desired, such as the tourist in the square when you first heard there, behind the protesting crowd, sound like if it was recorded on a laptop, horrible quality sound. So far, this was the only incident, and everything else sounded great. Similarly, the dialogue sounded a bit too scripted in some areas, as the flow was lacking compared to the previous Nancy games. Graphics are not entirely satisfactory. I don't know exactly why they bother me, as they aren't horrible, exactly, but they're also not great, and I find that they just put me off. Gameplay is stilted and feels a little awkward overall. I didn't really feel like I was playing a true Nancy Drew game like the other ones I grew up with, or even ones released just a few years ago, having played Sea of Darkness recently. I think that game performed better than this one. While I still enjoy this game and intend to play it to finish, it just didn't feel like what I truly wanted or was looking for. That said, it still seems great and I entirely recommend it, even if you're a fan of the old Nancy Drew game. This game is something worth looking into. Even if you get it on sale, I hope Her Interactive continues to make Nancy Drew games, but I would love something that looks and feels a little more like the tried and true Nancy Drew. It really is a reboot game, by the way. Someone used that kind of wording. Okay, well, I'm gonna wrap this up, but my point being, I don't think it deserves all the hate it's getting. I would recommend this, but again, the price is a bit much. It is a tad bit much, and I noticed that on Her Interactive site for shipping and whatnot, so they don't have to pay for it, they add a little bit more to your final bill. I don't mind. Any Nancy Drew game is worthwhile to me unless it's a complete and total disaster, which this one was not. It looks decent. Like, I have no issue with it. It looks better than some games out there. Not the high quality tier like Bethesda games or Blizzard or any of those. Those are the only two companies I can think at the moment. Got Doom and Overwatch on the mind. But there is still a lot that can be done. And again, they'll improve. It just takes time. The first one will always not be the best. And game design is not easy. So I'm sure they came across probably snags in the companies along the way, being 2 to 3 different companies, as well as trying to figure out that whole, what are they going to do? Because there was no bonus charms. There's no bonus edition of this game. They reverted back to no bonus edition, which I think is a terrible idea. I would recommend in the next one, instead of doing the thing they did with the pre-order thing, because that did not work out for well for them, and it could cause a lawsuit. Several people angry at them. It'd be better to put phone charms in the game. I know it must be annoying because in their old one it probably was easier to do it. But this one it would literally be 2 separate games, and I don't know how they export it. Because I'm sure they have to export it and then they have to playtest the entire game, which 15 plus hours of gameplay can be a lot. Now again, this game has a lot more than the past Nancy Drew games, don't get me wrong. This is probably longer than most of them. Again, you can probably reach 15 plus hours. I know it's in little areas like create a pumpkin, put it here, and all the traveling time, you know, or do these little herb minigame and stuff like that. If you really take your time to do the puzzles though, I looked a couple of times, I told you when I looked. I had to, but if you take the time to do it, it'll take longer. The puzzles that they have, even though there's not a ton of them, they're not all that easy. And again, it probably wasn't easy to code all this, because it's some part coding and then putting in. Because I don't know why there's a lamp floating in the darkness. I still don't get that. I like the rest of this main menu screen, other than the trees in the background being in the darkness. I guess it's just kind of as a shadow. I don't know. So, I enjoyed it overall. Would I recommend? Yes. For the people who aren't sure if it can run on your computer, wait until it's on sale. I mean, if I were to go here and just simply go down to the lowest setting and then click apply so you can see what it looks like. Give it a second. It's loading. Oh, no, the game may crash. The game may crash. It does not like me trying to make it a lower quality, apparently. Oh, well, hey. There you go. That's what was supposed to be there. This is what it looks like on super low quality. And if I were to load the game so we see what it actually looks like in the game, I'm just going to choose this one to load the game. It looks overly bright. And no, this does not look the best. It's devoid of all color and everything. But if I go here, and again, if I go up to medium, you get some of the tree branches and the trees in there, and them waving. Okay, and then if we go up a tiny bit more into the high setting, there's other things depending on probably the computer you have. Did it change? Okay, it did. This is satisfactory. The leaves aren't waving around as much. It's very nice. But you need to have a proper computer to be able to handle that. So don't hate on them. There's supposed to be a hill here, but it's disappeared for some odd reason. The shadows are just really, really good. High shadows. But anyway, I am going to end this here, because doing the thing that they did with their hands, they were like waving them around. I still have to start a video getting edited. So yeah, I need to go, because I have to be up in like 2 hours. So yeah, not good for me. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Next series, I guess. Goodbye.